This is Mongoose Jake here. Just wanted to show you a little bit about the WTB Grease Guard system and how it works and what to use with it to make it work at its best. I have the Finish Line grease gun here. Let you see that there. The Finish Line grease gun is a good value. I got mine for $15, and over its life it'll more than pay for itself, because with the WTB Grease Guard system, you do not have to tear down parts to re-grease them. You just simply have to push the end of the grease gun nozzle into a little grease fitting, put a pump or two of grease into the system. It purges out the old grease and allows you to keep your bearings at top-notch lubrication so that they run smooth, clean, and that will actually extend the lifetime of your bearings drastically, because most people do not repack their bearings on their headsets, their pedals, their hubs often enough. Now, a lot of people love the cartridge bearings, which have basically taken over the world in the past 5 years. Which, you know, cartridge bearings, you pop them out, put it back in, you know, with a new set, which is fine. But for me, I do like this idea because it's simple, it works, and you're not having to pull apart things as often, which when you own multiple bikes, or if you just simply don't like working on bikes, which I'm a maintenance junkie, I love it, but I do have multiple bikes and it can get to be a major time-consuming ordeal if I had to pull apart and replace bearings in every one of 6 bikes, which, not just including mine. I personally have 4 bikes, and then my wife has one, and then we have a spare old Schwinn that we just have it, basically we both can ride it. But I do want to show you a little bit about the WTB Grease Guard system. Now, if you'll look, you will see these grease fittings, which I've already just done this pedal. Grease fittings at the pedals, headsets, that's the top, and the bottom cup's a little harder to see, but it is right there. And then at the front hub fitting is over here and down in there. Rear hub, this one's easy to show you right there. And the simple thing is, these grease fittings work just on a principle of a one-way purge bearing seal. Now, what the purge seal is it allows grease to be pushed out, but does help to prevent contaminants from coming in. So it is a one-way seal, which I'm about to show you. It works very well, and I'm going to try to hold this here and push in the nozzle, and then quite simply just watch there by the pedal's axle near the crank arm, and you will see the old grease come out, and you just push till you see fresh, clean white grease. Give it a spin to make sure that it's got proper lubrication all around, and it's running nice and smooth, and then you can just wipe off the excess here. But that is really how simple it is. A couple bumps of your favorite grease. Again, I have the Rock and Roll Super Web Grease. Shop I love to go to is $5.20, and this will last generally for me 2 to 3 months of maintenance, because I have pedals of the WTB Grease Guard style on every bike I own, except for my paver, which I will be putting those on the paver as well. But it works very well, as you can see. Clean grease, no contaminants. That is a good sign. That means that the previous pumping of grease from a couple weeks ago, it had maintained lubrication and had not been contaminated, and I have rode this bike at least twice a week for the past 3 weeks, and it was either 2 or 3 weeks ago that I last did this. See, it's pretty easy to do. You can even forget when you do it, but it's so easy. You can just, you know, pump in one pump in an instant. You know, if you need to, just for instance, I'll walk around here to the headset. Never hurts to lubricate your headset. Just all you have to do is touch that in and give it a pump. Go ahead and give it another pump. And another pump. And it's obviously been full. And then again, like I said, you always want to take the bearings and rotate them. So I'll turn the headset and then I'll put it back in the stand. But that's the top, and then we'll go down here to the bottom. And I'll do just the bottom here. The hubs I've already done before I even did the video. But show you here, you can see that grease starting to come out. And grease is right here on the fork. As you can see, there's the old grease that's been purged. Now this is brown, so that means that it did get a little bit of water in there. It has, as far as I can tell, no contaminants, but it has gotten moisture. But that is how simple it is to just simply relube and purge out the old. Now, great system. You can pick it up here and there, and most of the time on eBay, Amazon, and the pedals are locally stocked through any bike shop that uses JB importers. Again, this is Mongoose Jake signing off. Just wanted to show you a little bit about the WTB Grease Guard system.